Welcome back everyone. This video is going to be another short one, mainly because this is all scripted and it's more of a pitch video rather than a commentary, but most of you should get a kick out of this. I'm the founder and current leader of a custom game mode coding project for Team Fortress 2 ever since late October. Considering its name, which you've already gleaned from the title of this video, you're either scared or curious, and I don't blame you because I feel that way as well. While this project had a solid month of development during November, it's mid-December now and nothing of note is happening, plus the other members of my team will probably leave due to other commitments, which would leave only me, and I'm not a very good programmer. Because of that worst case scenario, I'm making this video to reignite interest in this project and hopefully grow the team so we can get this to a releasable state. I'll try to answer most of the questions that I think my viewers might have throughout this video, so please hold off from commenting until the end in case I've already answered you. Also, as a quick note, the footage I'm showing is of Super Zombie Fortress, not my project. Okay then, so that we're all on the same page, I first have to explain what this project even is. Zombie Survival 2, at its core, is a work-in-progress source mod plugin for Team Fortress 2 community servers. It's currently closed source, meaning no one except the project team can access it, but eventually I hope to make it open source either once it's in a releasable state or once it reaches its end of life. While ZS2 is closed source, I will be allowing certain server groups to get a hold of release builds. Rushy Servers is the first group of choice because of my partnership with them, but other people on the team may suggest server groups that they are partnered with. Even without discussing how Zombie Survival 2 plays, there's one question that I'm sure many people will have. Will ZS2 replace the original Zombie Survival? The answer to this is easy. No. ZS and ZS2 are quite different from one another and are meant to run on different servers. Plus, traditional Zombie Survival gameplay is addicting and I don't want to take that away from anyone. In fact, ZS2 is more likely to replace Zombie Fortress and Super Zombie Fortress if server owners so choose. As I move on to the vision behind ZS2, you might be able to deduce why that's the case. Because Zombie Survival 2 is still in development, a lot of the things that I can say about it won't necessarily be true in the long run, so I'll describe its features in roughly descending order of certainty. I would also like to see your thoughts in the comments in case something I say doesn't sound like it would play very well. ZS2 is supposed to take influence from the best parts of existing TF2 zombie game modes, but also the Left 4 Dead series, specifically Left 4 Dead 2. It'll also use sounds from Left 4 Dead 2 like Super Zombie Fortress does. While the original ZS forces you to be medic on blue and engineer on red, and while ZF and SZF force you to be scout, heavy or spy on blue and any other class on red, ZS2 has no class restrictions. Well, it kind of does, but I'll get back to that. There's a queue system for becoming a survivor, similar to versus Saxon Hale. You earn queue points for getting kills or assists, playing as a zombie for an extended period of time, and maybe some other factors. The players with the most queue points become survivors and lose all of them in order to ensure that they play a few rounds as a zombie afterwards. However, unlike any other TF2 zombie game mode, there is a hard limit of 6 survivors. This is based on the hard limit of 4 in Left 4 Dead 2, but is also a result of players not being allowed to pick the same class on the red team. Every survivor is currently required to be a unique class, and having 3 spare slots will make it easier for players to swap classes. This is obviously to prevent everyone from using sentries as engineers or creating a wall of flaming heavies with the Huo Long heater. There will be heavy balancing for all the classes, but I think it's entirely possible to make a zombie game mode that encompasses the whole of TF2. Now I'm going to talk about the modes of Zombie Survival 2. Yes, ZS2 currently has multiple modes that each change the gameplay. 3 have been implemented, while 2 of them are postponed until certain bugs have been fixed. The most important mode, which is actually 3rd in the list, is Survival. This is the bare bones zombie survival experience everyone is familiar with. The red team needs to survive the blue horde for a set amount of time, and that's it. Now going back to the start of the list, Attack is a very special mode where the teams are flipped and the survivors must battle through the map as the blue team, capturing all the control points or pushing the payload cart before time runs out to win. If time does run out, well, they lose. The next mode is very similar but much easier to understand. Defend doesn't flip the teams and instead requires the survivors to stop the blue zombies from capturing points. Otherwise, it functions identically to Survival. These are the 3 modes that exist in ZS2 right now, but I might as well detail the other 2 modes that are still concepts. Waves is the 4th mode and is very similar to Survival. However, there is a counter on the screen that ticks down for every zombie killed. Like Attack, if time runs out, the survivors lose, so they must hunt down the zombies to win. It will get especially difficult once there's few zombies left to kill, since the counter is directly related to the maximum number of zombies that can be alive at any one time. Finally, there's Scavenge, the most ambitious mode of all and taken directly from Left 4 Dead 2. Gas cans or some other collectible will be scattered around the map and the survivors will need to grab them and deposit them at a specific point, only being able to carry one at a time. The survivors will win if they capture a certain number of collectibles before time runs out, otherwise they lose. All of these modes and their behavior on each map will be controlled by scripts detached from the plugin, which will allow allow non-programmers to tweak the values to their liking. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's everything you need to know about how Zombie Survival 2 might play, but if you have any other concerns, let me know in the comments. This portion of the video is for interested parties who have coding experience, so if you're an average viewer of mine, maybe shut off your brain here. I have been in the Team Fortress 2 custom game mode community for well over 3 years. While I cannot code in source porn for my life, I'm still able to reformat such code and test it on my local area network, and I have done similar work for a previous project. I'm relatively good in the fields of hammer mapping, graphics, and sound design, and the professional programmer Yelks has helped me get the plugin to this stage, though like I mentioned earlier, he is leaving soon. As the project head of ZS2, I oversee everyone's contributions to the project, package updates, and produce content such as this. I'm looking for source porn programmers or other artistic talents that have experience in the source mod community and will be willing to help me bring this plugin to life. While Rushy Servers is willing to host this game mode, updates for that host will be slow, so additional hosts I can get would be much appreciated. I currently have a Discord group chat for the Zombie Survival 2 team, though at some point I may create a dedicated Discord for the plugin itself. If you believe that you meet these requirements, please read the description for instructions on how to join. Okay, everyone that switched off their brains, you can turn them back on now. When it comes to making content about Zombie Survival 2, right now this is all I can do because the plugin is just not ready to be hosted anywhere except testing servers. If development resumes, then maybe I might catch gameplay of it on one of my streams and edit that into highlights, but I can't promise any proper content until a while after ZS2 is deemed stable and has all its features. For now though, I'm gonna call it a day and wait for the programmers to come to my doorstep. Stay tuned to my channel because I am planning to release a video on Christmas Day, and people like Jerry Lexington non-actual name are making that possible through my Patreon. That'll be it for now guys, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Do you want exclusive benefits including seeing your name in the credits of my new videos? Then click the top right icon in this video or the link in the description to go to my Patreon page. Any level of support is very much appreciated.